Hi, and welcome to episode 22 of the Load Down podcast. This week we finish our deep dive of the Friday bands at Download in 2025 as we look through the Dogtooth stage and the Avalanche stage.
This is the Load Down podcast.
Good evening, Johnny.
Good evening. How are we?
We are here on St. Patrick's Day, so Sláinte.
Sláinte.
We've got a token Guinness going on. That is good stuff.
The best.
It's only just after we came back from Dublin this time last year, isn't it?
Oh, is it? From Macca's Stag Do?
Yeah, that was in March. Jane, we were in Lancaster today, and Jane said, it'll have been about a year since Macca's wedding.
Yeah.
Macca and Lucy's wedding.
Actually.
So,
Yeah.
That
Very
was
good.
a very good day. So how's your week been?
Been a bit mental, to be honest. We've got a new bathroom being fitted and we're prepping to go on holiday soon, so it's just a bit chaotic in our house. There's fucking dust everywhere and dust sheets and tools and all sorts, but excited to get all that finished. But apart from that, pretty quiet.
Did you see that on the news today? I think when you said tool, it got me on back to the beginning again.
Yeah.
Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson said they were asked to do it.
Really?
But then other things came up, they said.
Oh, interesting.
So I wonder if they kind of agreed and then realised. I mean, I can't imagine either of them really doing this Black Sabbath song.
No. Because did you say you'd read somewhere that some bands have been asked to do like one of their own songs and then one Black Sabbath
Yeah,
song?
that's what Randy Blythe said out of
Wow.
Lamb of God. And Slayer have also said they're doing a Black Sabbath cover.
Okay.
So
right.
I think pretty much everyone on the bill will do however many of their own songs
They can get, and
then a Sabbath cover as well.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously Papa Tobias Forge said he was asked to take the whole band there.
Yeah, I'd seen that on these
That's a
Kerrang
shame.
radio.
That would have been good.
Yeah, he said it was just too much logistically for the whole band to get over there.
Yeah, it's easy enough to get you just one guy and the microphone, isn't it?
Just give a couple of the celebs the same mask, they wouldn't even know, would they?
No.
Just say it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Wouldn't mind.
That is it. That's true. Yeah, just put it on the Sleep Token drummer. And
exactly.
Speaking of which, brand new Sleep Token songs come out.
They're a lot of hype.
A lot of hype.
Yeah.
We have quite different opinions on it.
We do. Yeah, we do. I really like it. It's a bit. It's kind of what I expected. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Which I don't know whether I'm a little bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah. And I'll listen to it, proper headphones on. Took me to another place. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
but,
they're good at that.
Yeah, they are. They are very good. Just took me to a different world. But then reflecting on it, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure whether it's a.
I listened again today. My initial reaction was we were commenting on the forums with Josh, and he said the same. It didn't kind of grab him like Chokehold did.
Yeah.
That wasn't intentional. Sorry, Josh. And for me, it just sounded like a little bit of a B-side off Take Me Back to Eden.
Yeah.
It's very similar in vibe, where I was kind of hoping for a bit more of an evolution.
Yeah.
It sounds great. I think the guitars are a little bit muted, a little bit quiet in the mix. If you think to Chokehold and the Summoning, they're quite crushing the guitars, and that
they are. And I also think the guitars lead a lot of the songs. Whereas we said today, this song feels a bit like they've written a song, like an R&B type song, and then just put some guitars over the top of it.
Yeah.
Still like it nonetheless.
I like it. Yeah. I don't dislike it.
No.
It's just not. It's not made me as excited as I hoped I would be by a lead single.
Some incredible saxophone playing from the girl from Bill Murray.
Yeah.
At the end, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. People on the forum again were saying they thought they'd taken some inspiration from Bill Murray, but then it is the actual sax player.
Brilliant.
They were a band I really hoped to write down. Bill Murray, they were excellent, honestly, talking to her.
I think they're at Slam Dunk, aren't they?
Reading and Leeds.
Oh, they are. They are on the Bring Me Day, aren't they? Yeah, that's right.
That's still a mad lineup.
It is.
Is it like Becky Hill on the same day as Bring Me the Horizon?
Yeah. And Limp Bizkit now, I think.
Is it? Oh yeah, Limp Bizkit got added.
Yeah.
That they draft Limp Bizkit into a different lineup each year to save it, don't they? Like they did with Download.
Yeah. Come in last minute and save the day.
And Limp Bizkit have just done their Welcome to Loserville tour. That was a Son of Dork song, wasn't it?
Was it?
It's like Ticket Out of Loserville or something. Him out of Busted's of the band.
Oh yeah.
Random thoughts from me and Johnny
into my brain there.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of our friends went, didn't they? Look, they had an absolute blast. Lots of red caps.
Yeah.
On everywhere. It looked fucking brilliant.
It still makes me question, looking at the set list again, they played 12 songs and 2 of them were break stuff.
Yeah.
At their own headline tour. I mean, what are we going to get different to that if the headline Download?
Yeah.
They've got a handful of songs, if not more, that they could slot in. You know, I don't think they play Eat You Alive, they don't play Gold Cobra, they don't play Dad Vibes.
Yeah.
And at the expense of them doing the same song twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Very weird.
Strange one, but yeah, looked fucking brilliant. I'm very jealous of the guys that
went. Yeah.
That looked great.
I am itching to get to a live gig.
Yeah, it's been a while actually, isn't it? So I wonder if Sleep Token was the last one.
I think it is.
Last proper big band.
Yeah, as me and Johnny have said, we live in the arse end of nowhere. And yeah, we've had other shit going on in our own lives, haven't we? So it's been a little bit difficult to get somewhere, but we are, well, summer's looking good.
Yeah, looking great.
Yeah, really excited for that. I am off to Liverpool this week, actually, to go and see Liverpool versus Chelsea Legends.
Oh yeah, he's this week. Brilliant.
Going in the van.
Great stuff.
Yeah, so this week we are going to look at the 3rd and 4th stages, now known as the Avalanche stage since 2017. And the Dogtooth, I think, was the same year, wasn't it?
Did they rename them all?
No, I think they renamed 3rd and 4th first.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And Dogtooth, it was when they brought in that Dogtooth lager. Dogtooth bit, like crafty sort of beer they did. Dogtooth Ale.
Actually. Yeah.
It was all right, actually. It was probably one of the better ones they did. I can't remember if that came in 16 or 17.
So what was it prior to Dogtooth and...
Probably just...
Avalanche.
It was the Maverick stage for a while, the 3rd one, after Andy Coppin himself.
Oh, yeah.
And then a lot of the stages just rotated based on who was sponsoring, even like the 2nd stage was Zippo, wasn't it? And,
yeah. What else have we got on there?
Oh, yeah. Pepsi Max stage before then. Zippo. You won't be able to hear me because I'm looking over my shoulder at me minute posters that I've got.
I know.
That's the problem with having a tiny little garden shed. I can't fit the actual
Everything's
line.
Scaled down.
Yeah.
Surprised we're not sat on tiny chairs like hobbits.
Well, I've got some.
Yeah, you have actually.
But yeah, so
cool.
We're gonna. These are obviously, if you haven't been at Download before, these are the tented stages. These are the smaller of the 4 main arena stages. So obviously you've got your Apex being the top. You got Opus is what everyone calls the 2nd stage still, because no matter what you say.
Yeah, still main and second.
All habits die hard, don't they?
Yeah.
And the 3rd stage is a pretty decent sized tent. I think it could be a little bigger, but it's a good tent. And 4th has got bigger in 23. 23 when Creeper played the secret set.
Yeah.
They put a bigger tent in there and it is a lot better. The old one was shit.
Always feels like you're on a bit of a hill in there.
It is, yeah. Yeah,
I suppose it is. It's on the slope, but
because it used to be almost like side on, like quite a shallow tent. But there used to be just pillars everywhere. You can't bloody see anything.
Yeah,
I remember Aaron Buchanan coming out crowd surfing, doing his handstand on the crowd.
Oh yeah,
and by the time he'd actually got going, he was nearly thrown out the back.
Out the back of it. So yeah, we've had a good listen this week, haven't we, of those bands? And I got to say, I'm really, really enjoying this because I don't think I've ever listened to every band on the bill.
No,
that's the absolute aim with what we're doing with these.
When we spoke in the week, we said this, and we've never listened to every single band before. You kind of pick and choose, and to be honest, we would have done here because we're not missing Green Day, Weezer, Jimmy Eat World for Love and the Money, are we? Yeah. So I would then just have discarded anyone underneath, which is a real shame because in future years when they come back, I might go, I missed them last time. Exactly. I'll definitely go.
Well, how many times have we gone, fucking hell, we didn't go and see that band, did they? In the tent, Ghost, for
Volbeat.
example, Volbeat.
Yeah, loads of bands in 2013, and you think, hell, and look where they've ended up now.
And I mean, we'll get onto these bands now, but there's some in there that I absolutely think will be the...
Oh, there's some bands on here that are destined for big things, I think, and that's... I hope to find some more of those on Saturday and Sunday, but I think there's definitely some on this Friday.
Yeah, which is a shame because we're pretty maxed out.
Yeah, no, fortunately, we'll say in a minute, but there's some of them I think we will get to see. So. Yeah. And if you are listening and you've got a slot to fill, have a listen to some of these bands because there's some excellent ones going around. So, Johnny, we'll start on Dogtooth on Friday.
Yeah.
Who have we got?
Let's have a look. Getting distracted. My wife's asking if she can watch Married at First Sight without me. Yeah, she can. Right.
He's saying, "Of course you can" on the pod. But he said, "No fucking way."
Secretly going, you fucking wait for me to get home. Right. So I've got the Haunt down. Is that? Have we got the right?
That is right.
Remind me which stage.
The Haunt are on Dogtooth stage.
Dogtooth stage. Cool. So they were the first band that I listened to. Have we got? Bio. Oh, this is us searching through our phones now of all the research we've done, screenshots.
So sheer amount of bands because you get more bands on Dogtooth than you do on anywhere else. So a lot of bands, shorter sets,
and we've covered a lot of the bigger bands and the more familiar. So I think these ones are
So we've got the Haunt.
The Haunt. So according to Clash Finder, 1 o'clock ish.
Yeah.
On the Friday, the 13th.
Should clash with Karen Dio, The Scratch, and Sim. So, and I think that's quite a good clash looking at when we go through these bands because they're not stylistically
there's a lot of that actually, and we'll get onto that. So, The Haunt, blossoming between shadows and sunshine, beauty resides in the midst of extremes, manipulating textures of dark and light. The Haunt balanced smoky and soulful vocals with cinematic soundscapes underpinned by shuddering rock, glitchy synth transmissions and gothic electronic nuances. The Florida Quartet, co-founded and led by siblings Anastasia Grace Haunt, vocals, and Maximilian Haunt, the guitar production, and rounded out by Nat Smallish bass and Nick Lewert drums, conjure a singular vision equally steeped in jazz, pop noir, and controlled industrial chaos. So whoever wrote that is a fucking genius because I think that's a really, really good description of exactly what they are. I put a little... Because I'm not familiar with a lot of these bands, I've had to give myself a little nudges in the notes to say this is that band, because otherwise I'll just forget there's that many of them. I really enjoyed these. I put catchy, radio friendly, I would say. 2 really good songs that I enjoyed, Masochistic Lovers and Cigarettes and Feeling.
That's an excellent song.
Really, really good. Give that a listen, it's fucking great. Remind me a little bit of the Pretty Reckless in parts. And also, do you remember the Gossip? Do you remember like an indie band that used to play?
Gossip, yeah. What was she called?
Beth Ditto.
Beth Ditto, yeah.
Some parts remind me of that, but yeah, really enjoyed it. I put something for maybe lighter rock pop fans.
Yeah, this is... we haven't compared notes at all, so it's quite interesting to hear from me, might not be for you. I'll let you decide. I've put like a much poppier Hot Milk.
Yeah.
I've put some serious listens on Spotify for a band so low down.
You have?
Got millions of listeners. And I was kind of having to check, is this the right band? Because they had millions of listeners. Yeah. And some of their top tracks, big numbers.
Yeah.
And I put very catchy songs.
Yeah, really good.
I think if you're probably there for your Weezer, Jimmy Eat World types later on, I think you'll find something you like with the Haunt. Very good. Moving on.
Brilliant.
Right. This I think me and Johnny have spoken about this band. And this is a band that I apologise because I know some people are quite looking forward to these, and this is Battle Snake.
Oh yeah.
So I'll do the old bio first. So Battle Snake is an Australian 7-piece metal band that have emerged from the depths of the underworld with a powerful sound that can only be described as the genetically engineered cyborg superchild of the King Gizzard and Judas Priest. The band has quickly gained a reputation for their high-impact live performances and epic theatrical songwriting. Mortals tremble, all hail Battlesnake. Right, so I'll go with my opinion first. My ears pricked up when I started listening. I thought, I got the Judas Priest thing. That was, I thought that even before I read that bio. And yeah, they get into some proggy metal, and I thought I quite like this, quite like the riffs, quite like the atmosphere, and then it all gets a bit silly.
Yeah.
Some people love that, and if that's your bag, then good on you. You're going to enjoy this. Yeah. It's like if Ailstorm did progressive metal.
Yeah.
I can't stand Ailstorm. I think the shtick is bollocks, but if you like that, and I know a lot of people do, so if you like, I'm guessing it's tongue in cheek, very jokey
That's
parody.
Exactly what I've put here.
Yeah, and I said very popular with everybody, so good on you, but not for me personally.
Yeah, I put that exactly that. Very tongue in cheek. Reminded me a bit of like Manowar, catchy, heavy power riffs, high energy 80s kind of metal feel to it. Almost bits of Sabbath in there, that's all I would say. But I've put, is there too much of this comedy on the scene?
It's getting that way, isn't it? I guess it's maybe a way to get a leg up.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if I'm not around, maybe we should give him a go because it might be an absolute riot.
I listened to one song and I was like, I messaged you, didn't I? Fucking hell, these are absolutely brilliant. And then I went on to another one. I'm like, what the fuck's this?
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect. So again, we'll give him a go if we've got time there. I said it's good if you want something catchy and probably entertaining and funny on the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for a good live.
I'm assuming they don't take themselves seriously because that was the thing with Manowar, isn't it? You imagine it's like a joke, but they actually do.
Dead serious. You're all posers and going into battle in your loincloths.
Yeah. So yeah, give them a listen if you're into that type of thing.
So we're moving on swiftly to two bands to start the day there that are quite different to each other, and then going back more into the poppier side of things with some real heavy stuff going on as well, and that's Gore. So I'll let you. We've spoke about Gore last week, and thanks to Gore, to Haley, and to the guys in the band for sharing our posts and stuff.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. But do you want to take it away with the bio on it?
We spoke about these before, but Haley Roten, I'm really sorry if
we both pronounce it different ways.
We have Leads the Charge in Gore, a band that brings a distinctly feminine perspective to heavy music scene. Debuted in 2023 with guitarist Alex Reyes and bassist Devin Birchfield, the Texas-based trio quickly made waves with their emotionally raw and unapologetically vulnerable sound. Trio. Didn't know that.
No, I'm guessing they must play at some tracks.
Yeah. So I really like these. We've spoken a lot about them. Again, brilliantly female-fronted band. I think they've just got an EP, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a full EP. Yeah, it just seems to be a series of singles.
It's incredibly well produced.
Yeah,
like it's really, really good for a band of that size. Not been able to spend millions on, and it sounds incredible.
The videos are really good as well.
Yeah,
I think there's probably using a bit of AI in there to do that.
That's cool.
And it's So I've put my opinion. A find of the festival for me so far. Tracks like Babylon and Doomsday mix poppy, Lady Gaga / early 2000s pop type vocals with crushing riffs and guttural roars. Very dynamic, and I can't wait to see them. I've put there for fans of Spirit Box, Bring Me the Horizon, Architects, and Ginger.
Yeah, definitely. That's really good. I just put very similar, but really good screaming vocals, but angelic backing as well. So I love that mix. Pray is my favourite, and Heaven is Above Me, which is a really good ballad.
Yeah.
So I think you'll get quite a lot from that set.
Definitely. There's a big, not almost, there's a big Christian element to all the vocals in there. So I'm guessing that's a big influence on their stuff, not to the kind of skillet sort of levels. I really, really like these. So please give these a go, because I think if you're into Architects, let's say Spirit Box, Ginger, you're gonna really like these. Yeah. Moving on again. So there's this is I was thinking, yeah. So this is a weird one, because I think Gore are probably going to clash. Clash Finder's got them down. Obviously, Clash Finder's just a guess with Unpeople, which would be a shit clash, because I think they're quite not similar, but I think they would share fans.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then you go in after that to Riding the Law, who are stylistically different.
Yeah, massively.
So, yeah, Riding the Law, you have obviously got a very famous person in the band, and that is Mr. Paddy Considine.
Yeah. You
have got, you see him right at the top of that Instagram page of downloads, because that pinned post where they announced the bands, he was the voice on it all. Paddy Considine, of course, from 24 Hour Party People, Dead Man's Shoes, House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Being an excellent actor. And let's quickly do the thing.
Yeah,
so Riding the Law are returning to download once more in 2025. The band are local to the festival, and the hallowed grounds of Donington have a sacred place in their hearts. They made their download debut on the Dogtooth stage in 2019, playing their eclectic mix of indie and rock anthems. As a kid, lead singer Paddy Considine used to hear the festival rumbling from his bedroom window. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. And longed to play there. The eclectic band are ready to perform a diverse set, bringing out some of their heaviest songs for the download crowd. They entered the festival after a year of playing live shows shows and off the back of the release of their new Of the World form Dead Zones. They have. So yeah, I've just put on that. Download needs to decide if it's a continuation of Monsters of Rock or not.
Yeah, it does.
Because the amount of times they go, it's not Monsters of Rock, and then they put on their own thing.
Yeah.
He used to listen. Well, he wasn't a kid in 2003, so he's probably pushing 50, isn't he?
Yeah.
So this is. I shared these with Bainsy because our friend Bainsy, who's probably more at home in an indie festival.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, you'll quite like these." And he said, I hadn't listened to them because when he clicked on their Spotify, and it's the same picture on the download site, they're all in like face paint.
Yeah, and they've got the eye paint.
He said, I thought they were going to be like a heavy metal, like a proper metal band.
Yeah.
So I put, expected them to be heavier. Quite easy listening. Foot tapping, indie, nice harmonies, remind me of Guided by Voices, fronted by the excellent Paddy Considine. And I've put their previous album name is just made me laugh. The Death of Gobshite Rambo, which I really liked.
But I quite liked. But again, it's so different.
Yeah,
to Gore. I said obviously he's very central to the download family. I think might have seen him one of the years. I thought easy listening rock. It reminded me a little bit of REM in parts and a bit of James. I did think it was like that type of thing, but I also said it reminded me of the Sevens, and no one will get this.
No,
because
I know what you mean.
From Barrow, but there's like a band that our mates played in years ago.
So probably the Sevens were probably closest to Ocean Colour Scene.
Yeah.
So if you think of that riffy indie, that head, you can almost headbang to it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where you are. I think they could be very good.
Yeah.
I think I'll try and catch them if I can. I'm not sure where we are with clashes on them ones. Back to the old phone. So we've got Riding the Law. It looks like possibly clashing with the Meths. Probably a little bit of an overlap maybe with North Lane, Boston Manor.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're changing up again, man. There's no thread at all in this Dogtooth stage.
There's not. So now we're on to Graphic Nature. Have we got that right?
Yeah,
Graphic
Nature.
Let's have a look at the bio. Right, Graphic Nature are a British new metalcore band based in Kent, England. The band's style mixes new metal and metalcore with influences of electronic music, while its lyrics are themed around mental health. After self-releasing 4 singles, the band signed to Rude Records in 2021. The band released their debut album, A Mind Waiting to Die, in 2023, which they supported with performances at 2000 Trees, Download, Reading and Leeds, and Misery Loves Company Festival. Their second album, Who Are You When No One Is Watching, was released on the 12th of July 2024. So I had a good listen to these, and I really liked them, I'll be
Yeah.
honest. My notes make no sense because it's so conflicted. But I said, I must have been writing it as I was listening. I said, reminds me a little bit of Korn
Yeah.
in there. I really liked the track called Something I'm Not. It's a great track, and Killing Floor. I put angsty type metal. I felt like there's a little bit like the Prodigy in there, and Idols inspired type punk, whatever style you would call that. But do you know what I mean? That
Yeah, I think they've put new metalcore, so that's I've put heavy new metalcore with quite a bit of electronic in there.
Yeah.
For fans of new metal and metalcore, but also has elements of rap and electronic. There was a little bit of it reminded me a bit of Fever 333.
Yeah.
Some very heavy riffs going on.
Yeah.
And I've also put I like them a lot, and I'll watch them if they don't clash. I think with the right sound mix and everything, they could absolutely blow that to pieces.
I think so too. One of those bands, we keep saying it quite a lot, just makes you want to kick the fucking door down and just go absolutely crazy. So yeah, it'd be really good if we managed to catch them.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to them myself, and they are looking likely to clash with maybe Bad Nerves, Starset, and Rise Against. So yeah, pretty good clashing going on there. I think you got a good spread of genres, so I don't mind that.
Yeah,
even if it being an eclectic, music fan, I think if you do it sensibly, yeah, not bad. So who have we got going up? So
Windhand.
So yeah, we've got a big change.
It is.
This is probably the biggest transition between two bands I've seen in the whole festival, because I've really well, let's do the bio.
Yeah,
get ahead of myself, getting overexcited. So Windhand is an American doom metal band formed in Richmond, Virginia. So I had to stop a little bit because I am brand new to doom metal, or I thought I was. So doom metal is very much, imagine, early Black Sabbath, the very slow, trudging riffs, bit shoegazy at times. So I thought that's probably a good way of doing it. It's not as heavy as it sounds, not as death metal-y as it sounds.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
If you know what I mean, yeah.
It's quite off-putting the
doom metal.
Yeah.
You expect something a bit darker, I think. So formed in Richmond, Virginia in 2008. Currently signed and released by Lapse Record, not that you give a shit about that. Windhand released their most recent album, Eternal Return, in October 2018. Formed in 2008 with singer Dorothea Cottrell, guitarist, I'm glad I didn't give this to you, man.
Oh, no.
Seshia, Bogdan, formerly of Alabama Thunderpussy, and Garrett Morris, bassist Nathan Hilbish, and drummer Jeff Laux. A few people were calling for a bit of doom metal. I'm going to take a slight change on to talking about Pentagram.
Oh yeah,
who are probably one of the big four of doom metal, as I have found out this week, and people are calling for them at download and all this sort of stuff. I would just suggest that anyone that does shout for Pentagram, just have a quick look on Wikipedia, or on any news sites or any criminal database in America.
I had no idea. I've never heard of them before. I've seen them a lot trending recently.
Yeah, because of that.
Because of the in front of like a wind machine thing, and he looks crazy. And I thought I will just Google them.
Yeah.
And
absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So just Google it because I'm not fucking going anywhere.
And I didn't do it intentionally because I'd seen anything.
You were just curious.
I thought, fucking hell, because it says like on the Wikipedia page, like controversy. So you immediately click on it and you go, just Google before I start.
Drug-addled scumbag. Back on to more positive things. And Windhand, who I've got to say, I've absolutely loved these.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect to.
Yeah.
I've put slow and groovy, Sabbath-esque guitars. We missed them off the Women of Rock special. I apologise.
It is.
Because their picture on the download thing is just like an ethereal, like it doesn't. There's no pictures of anyone.
Yeah.
And I've put it's a throwback to classic slow burning metal.
Yeah, I put exactly in 70s, 80s rock and metal, classic doom, Black Sabbath, Electric Wizard, kind of atmospheric rock almost in places. absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, they have one Summit Garden song.
Yeah,
love it. Absolutely love it. It's really, really nice to listen to. She's got a fantastic voice and just an all-round great sound. So very much looking forward to them.
I'm really enjoying this because my liked songs on Spotify is usually just full of everything you could imagine, the real big bands, and
yeah,
the algorithm must just pick it up and just churn out all the same stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And now since I've started liking all these, it's brilliant. It's so diverse and thinking, oh fucking hell, what's this band?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So yeah, Windhand probably clashing with Jimmy Eat World, Miles Kennedy and Trophy Eyes. Again, 4 different bands. Very good book in there, download.
That is actually, yeah.
And then we get this. This stage is fantastic today. I've got to say, you sometimes look at a lineup and think, "Oh, I don't like that headliner. This lineup's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life." You start listening a good run. Every band on this stage, I would happily watch.
Yep.
So yeah, we're moving on to Vola.
Oh yeah, I've missed one here. Oh, have we?
Oh yeah, sorry. Svalbard.
Svalbard. Let's get the bio up. Svalbard. You'd be forgiven for struggling to summarise the sound of Svalbard in a few words, which I think is very true. Thanks. Since forming in 2011, the band have had their hands in black metal, post-rock, D-beat, shoegaze, hardcore and post-metal. Whilst their music stubbornly refuses to fit neatly into one genre, one word remains a fitting adjective for the British quartet, which is unique. Svalbard spent their early years playing DIY shows, releasing 3 EPs and honing their sound, and before eventually dropping their debut album, One Day All This Will End, in 2015. Is that the name of the album? It'll end in 2015. I was out when it was released. It must have been when it was released.
Yeah.
One day this will all end in 2015.
Very specific. One day, but this
Since
one.
Then, Svalbard getting the momentum of a runaway freight train, releasing further albums whilst continuing to refine their vast array of musical influences, drawing from video game soundtracks, grindcore and dream pop, all buried with a distorted yet dynamic sound.
This is another one. The amount of times I'm having to Google genres now.
Yeah.
What the fucking hell's dream pop?
I have no idea. I struggle between metal and doom metal and new metal, and bad at the best of times. But another band I really liked. It's a band that I've seen a lot of in the forums and on the Facebook groups. Lots of hype around them. Reminded me a little bit of Alexis on Fire in places. Really good female singer.
A little bit of Opeth in places for me.
Yeah. I said they go from like a really fast pace to prog and ethereal almost. And again, I must have thought of like sounded like Alexis on Fire because I wrote it twice. So yeah,
very much doubling down.
Yeah, doubling down on that. Really, really enjoyed listening to those.
I've put very eclectic. Some very mellow sections, some soaring choruses, and some incredibly heavy.
Yeah. I love that in a band.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, you sometimes just get sick of being hit over the head with the same sound for 45 minutes. So if they can change it up and have dynamics to the set, then absolutely fantastic. And then we are moving on finally to Vola.
Yes. And these are one of my absolute finds, I think, as well, of the festival. Do you want to do the...
Yeah, so known for their innovative approach to progressive metal, Vola continues to captivate audiences with their blend of intense rhythmic complexity and poignant lyrical narratives. The band has always transcended genre boundaries, delivering music that is as intellectually stimulating as it is emotionally resonant. Over the years, Vola's discography has showcased their bold fusion of styles. Their debut, In Mazes, introduced a sound characterized by ambient textures and heavy riffs, which evolved into more intricate musical landscapes in subsequent releases, like Applause of a Distant Crowd. These albums have earned critical acclaim and bolstered their reputation in the metal scene, attracting a dedicated following with their unique blend of electronic elements and profound musical narratives. So yeah, I have put for fans of, and then not put anything. So God knows.
I've put Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, right.
It reminded me a bit of them.
Yeah, I've put thoughts. Quite a lot of distinction between the songs. Quite ethereal at times, then in parts of some really good bouncy sections. I've really enjoyed listening to them, and I will listen again.
Yeah, I've really liked them. Probably one of the bands I've had almost on repeat from
Yeah.
that day. Paper Wolf, I think we've spoke about that before. That's a hell of a track. And Cannibal, which features Andre Freedom from In Flames.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, they would be. I think they'll sound huge if they get the sound right. That will be, kind of melt your face type territory.
Well, moving on. Oh, so who were they looking at Clash with? Just to go on the old Clash Finder again. So Vola, Elliot Minor, back end of Opeth, maybe Weezer. Starting to get a little bit clashy now.
Yeah, it's not my best day. The Friday, I'm a bit gutted, really.
Yeah, I could have spread Friday out across the whole weekend.
Yeah,
and
me
had
too.
A great time.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to Alcest.
Yeah, another band that I've seen all over the forums and all over Reddit and all over the Facebook groups. Again, I've not really come across them before. That seem to have a lot of hype around them. Let's get the bio up. Alcest is a French post-black metal band from... Oh, Mike, you've stitched me up here.
Not as... Wait till you see the next one I've got to read.
From Bagnols, founded and led by Nige Stefan Pout. It began in 2000 as a black metal solo project by Nige, then became a trio, but members Ignor and Argoth left the band following the 2001 release of their first demo.
That's where Mike Tyson gets his hoovers.
The release of their first demo, leaving Nige as a solo member. Nige began incorporating elements of shoegaze and post-metal into the project's sound from 2005 onwards. In 2009, drummer Winter Holter from Les Discrets joined Alcest after 8 years with Nige as its sole full-time member. So sorry, guys, if that was very painful to listen to that. But the music... will make it better once you listen to it. But yeah, again, they're absolutely massive. Lots of people talking about them on social media. Really like these guys. Reminded me a little bit of Mastodon in parts. Lots of nice melodic, epic vocals I've put. Post-metal shoegaze, if you're into that stuff. So
yeah,
really, really like them.
Yeah, I've put very diverse musically, reminding me in parts of a lighter Tool or Carnival. Very good. Probably won't get to see them, and hopefully I'll get to see them again. That Lenvol almost got me emotional. I won't buy them. The music in that was like
it's incredible, isn't it?
Made me tear up a little bit, and that's really, really, really good. So yeah, like I say, they're starting to clash with the top end of the lineup now. So you if you're wanting to see bands high up in the tents, you might be missing Within Temptation, maybe McFly.
Yeah.
So God knows when that was never going to be a problem for you in the past, but there you go. So the next band, or the next person.
Oh yeah, good luck with this one.
I know, that's what I said. Is, what are you thinking? Ivo, I think it's pronounced, looking at the... Okay. Ivo Palsdottir, pronounced Ivo. Born 21st of July, not that you care about that. Known anonymously as Ivo, is a Faroese singer-songwriter and actress, born and raised in... No chance I'm trying that. She had her first televised performance at the age of 13. Her decades-long career, musical output has spanned a wide range of genres such as folk, art pop, jazz, folk rock, classical, and electronica. That's what happens. You start mispronouncing simple ones. She is the elder sister of singer Ellenborg. Yeah. Christ, I have no idea.
I've put such very few words on this. Female Nordic artist. That's atmospheric movie score music.
Yep.
I thought Nightwish meets that band with 30 people, because I couldn't remember what they were called. They played at Download. Hylung, that was it.
She supported Hylung on
Did
the
she?
UK tour.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's a video, I think it's the video I shared with you actually, that was at Hammersmith supporting Hylung. Okay. I couldn't find anything rock in this at all. It's purely electronic and folk, basically. Big following, quite a bizarre spectacle. If you like Hylung, you'll like this. I will not be there. And then the DNA comment on YouTube. And someone had commented saying, I found that this music really spoke to me, so I went and got a DNA test and found that I have Nordic elements. Sing it for our ancestors. Oh, an absolute spellend. Yeah, like you said, is it the last kingdom, the lost kingdom, whichever it was? She did the score for that.
Yeah, because I was skipping through the songs on Spotify, listened to maybe 2 or 3, and I thought, oh, maybe this is like off a movie score, and I was trying to find some other things, expecting something different to pop up, and it wasn't. It was very similar all the way through. I mean, if you're into that, that's brilliant. It's absolutely if masterpiece. But
that's it. If it is your thing, looking at the live stuff, she's fucking incredible at what she does. I can't believe a human being can make the sounds that she makes. We said a joke, that it reminded me a little bit of, and so does Heilung, that Mighty Boosh episode when they try and go retro and take it all the way back to the Middle Ages. And that's what it reminds me of. They're slapping on drums and shrieking and stuff. It's very strange. If it's your thing, you'll have a great time watching her, because she looks like an absolutely insanely talented lady, but not really my thing. And that runs into the headliner. And our headliner that day on Dogtooth is Apocalyptica. We've covered up Apocalyptica in the logo bands, so so we won't linger too much on them. If you don't know them, go and listen to our other episodes. That's a good chance to plug it. They were instrumental, started as a Metallica string tribute, didn't they? Very good at what they do. Again, I probably won't go and see them. I'll probably watch them if they're on in the afternoon or something.
I would have done. It's a shame really that they're on.
But if you don't like,
but who are they clashing with then?
Again, all guesswork, but probably if Green Day clash with anyone, I'd be surprised. But they're currently down as clashing with Green Day. So if you're needing something different to watch, then there you go.
It's quite a good clash, really.
Isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's totally different, isn't it?
Yeah.
They play some excellent Metallica covers.
Do they have singers coming out with them and stuff?
No, I don't think they do.
Do they not?
Like I said when we talked through the logo bands, they have an album with guest singers, and it's brilliant. It's really good. So I wish they would do something like that, but alas. So that is Dogtooth.
What a stage! Fucking hell,
that's a great day.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, I like I said, even Ivo, or however you pronounce it. I mean, I'd still watch it because it's mad.
And Thursday is usually our big night, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the first night we're all getting back together and going a bit crazy. So, but I think that to start the day off with those bands is fucking brilliant. That'll set you off nicely. So I imagine we'll have a very busy day on the Friday.
Yeah.
Going
I think the sound guy on Dogtooth's going to have a very busy day, isn't he?
He is.
It's not like he's going from similar band to similar band.
Yeah, brilliant. Sorry, I really, really enjoyed that, mate. Going through those bands and listening to them, it's been a hell of a treat.
Yeah, it has. It's like we said, one of the best things of this podcast so far is really forcing us to listen. So, and that's why we put a little bit about why. Which bands they're similar to, because I think otherwise you might just skim across them on a lineup.
Right. Yeah.
And I think if we'd have listened more to probably Dear Download and that over the years, which we have done, but I think we probably should have paid more attention to the lineup. So
yeah, we should have done.
Yeah, if you hear one that you think sounds like some bands you like, give them a go, because I think you might find some of your new favourite bands amongst that Dogtooth stage.
And similarly, if you are big fans of any of those bands, please ping us over some comments or ping us over some footage of you there, because we'd love to see.
Some song recommendations. What your favourite songs by them?
Yeah.
So thanks. We're gonna have a little pause.
We'll warm up and then pour another pint, and then then
we're gonna trek across main and second all the way into the corner and go to Avalanche stage.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
All right, so we move on to the Avalanche stage. So if you don't know, Download, the Avalanche, well, last year at least, was over in the, as you're coming in, it's down sort of stage right, isn't it, to the main stage? So if you're looking at the main stage, it's down on the left.
Yeah,
in
right
the
in the far corner.
Far corner past, they have a few like sit-in bars, they had a cocktail lounge.
Oh, yeah, it's quite good actually.
Yeah, and nowhere near enough toilets in that area. But yeah, it's a good stage. Good stage. You often get themed bands. That's not going to go down well at all. But I think once upon a time, the third stage was just any genre will go on there.
Yeah.
I think over time, since probably 2017, it's become more of a Kerrang Darlings sort of stage.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Probably aimed a little bit more at the younger crowd. And then, like, I went in 2016 and Saxon headlined.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't
okay.
get that anymore.
No, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't get that sort of band headlining it. It's probably not quite as extreme as it got, because I think in like 2017, 2019, it was purely sort of Me First and the Gimme Gimme sort of bands.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, almost bands that you'd see quite a lot at Slam Dunk.
Mm.
I think flicking through, it's probably still a little bit like that, but maybe not quite as much. But yeah, a little bit more punky stuff going on.
There is.
So we're starting, Johnny, with Karen Dio.
So a bit for the bio. Taking inspiration from the punk generations that precede her, Joan Jett included, as well as a modern artist like Avril Lavigne, Karen Dio is a bit of an enigma. She's got a I don't give a fuck attitude paired with the likability of America's sweetheart. She oozes cool in the most effortless way and carries herself with a certain edge that is entrancing yet welcoming. She's a spitfire but chooses her words carefully. Really good description, that.
Yeah.
These bands, I think they work really well. These first few that we're going through.
Yes.
So yeah, for a first up on the Friday morning, I think that is a brilliant booking.
Yeah.
But really fun punk riot rock.
Yes.
I don't know whether that's a genre, but I think people get where I'm coming from. Just made my head bang and want to crack open a beer and jump around in my office, because that's what I was listening to. And I really enjoyed the song Sick Ride. Yeah, really, really. Look, if you're looking to blow off the cobwebs on the Friday morning and get rid of that hangover,
exactly.
I think that's the perfect opening act.
Yeah, I've put some of the riffs Hives-esque.
Yeah.
At the same time, remind me a lot of mid-2000s indie punk. Will be an energetic shot. I was going to say an energetic shot in the arm, which works. I'll go with it. And I've put for fans of Joan Jett, Hives, and the Pixies.
Yeah.
She was supporting Limp Bizkit on the tour.
Brilliant.
So yeah, if you saw Karen Dio on that,
on this current one,
yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
I think she maybe opened.
That's great. She'll have got a hell of a lot of exposure through that. So
yeah, I
really
think
cool.
It's another. I mean, it's a good name.
Yeah,
like big fans of Dio. So
yeah.
It stands out in the lineup to us. It's nothing like Dio, but yeah, I think it's going to be an energetic start. We didn't pour a beer, did we?
We didn't. I'm rubbish. I'll do it while you're doing the next.
next bio, just to ignore the Johnny on the old Surge machine. We are not sponsored. Don't block our videos, YouTube. Yeah, so like Johnny said then, the next few bands on this stage are very complimentary, I think is this.
Yeah.
Johnny's wrecking the fucking space. That excited by Karen Dio that he's throwing shit around. So we're moving on to a band called Dead Pony. And yeah, let me have a look. So Dead Pony. Straight out of Glasgow, Dead Pony is tearing through the music scene with unbreakable grit and a sound that hits like a live wire. I don't know how a live wire hits. Known for their raw lyrics and unhinged energy on stage, this band lives by a get in the van and go ethos. I thought it was just going to be a get in the van. Ethos pushing through endless miles and months of relentless touring schedules supporting their debut album Ignore This across UK and Europe in 2024. This is Dead Pony, restless, relentless, and here to light up the scene. So I have put my thoughts on this one. I've put they are punky. Voice reminds me a lot of Avril Lavigne, as did Karen Dio a little bit, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great 1-2 punch.
That's exactly what I've put. It'd be great going from Cameron Dio. Cameron.
Transition.
Karen Dio. in a Dead Pony, thumping drum beat on the floor tom. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Do you know he's on the floor on the floor type floor tom songs. Sounds a little bit like Wolf Alice, I thought, in parts.
Good shout.
Which I quite like them.
Very good shout.
So yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I wouldn't move from that stage, to be honest, for those two. Actually, coming up to the next one, I definitely wouldn't move. So
well, I'm going to give a bit of an intro to this one, because I think this one is, people need to listen up. I've listened, I've heard this band shouted about a lot. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube big them up. I've seen them in various articles and whatnot. So I was quite excited having listened to this next band, and that is Unpeople.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this, if these aren't in the top 4 of either main or second stage within the next 6 or 7 years, I'd be mad surprised. They absolutely are fucking excellent.
This is the band I've wrote the most about. So Emma Sturman, who comments and listens, and she's got a really good YouTube channel as well, so check her out. She suggested these in a lot of the comments. This is my ultimate find of the Friday. It's everything I want in a band. The song The Garden, which is one of my favourites. Rock and screaming vocals, clean cutting vocals, incredible harmonies, distorted bass, heavy drums, catchy choruses, but one to watch. Actually, there's a song called Moon Baboon. Have you heard that? Oh my God, absolutely amazing. Starts really nice and harmonic and then just kicks you in the face. Absolutely incredible. It's
very, very interesting.
It is.
At first listen, even to The Garden, it was just like, what the fucking hell is this? Because it's like, I don't know, it was different, you know, immediately different. And I thought, at first 30 seconds, I was like, oh, this is strange. And then the more, it just absolutely excellent. I'm riffing because I've actually forgotten about it. I was that impressed I didn't write anything down.
Yeah, I wrote vocals almost sound like, and then I just stopped writing because I must have just got totally distracted by the song.
Well, that's it. It was one of them that I put on a listen to. I thought I'll listen to 3 or 4 songs to get a bit of a vibe, and then just didn't stop listening for an afternoon. And the ones that have gone on to, like, say you liked songs, they've gone on to like my heavy rotation playlist on Spotify. I think they sound great. They look great. They look really stylish. The videos are really cool. There's a bit of a midsummer sort of thing on that garden. So Unpeople, a project brimming with energy and impassioned animosity with the state of the world and its effects on humanity. A 4-piece made up of guitarists Jake Crawford and Luke Cayley, alongside bassist M. Lodge and drummer Richard Rayner, all with a mission to combine earnest lyricism and hefty riffs with catchy melodies and luscious harmonies.
Yeah,
brilliant. That's a very good bio then.
Yeah,
whoever's written that. I'd say up there, them and Gore are my absolute finds of Friday, and love them. I think they're going to be. They've got the ingredients to make it big. I think
one of the bands that we'll probably follow on their journey now, won't we? And it's rare you get that. I think you'll kind of listen to some bands, you go, yeah, I really like that, but then they'll just crop up in your shuffled playlist. But I will consciously look out for those guys on how they're doing and where they're gigging and stuff going forward, because I was blown away.
Very good. And again, you go through Karen D or Dead Pony and Unpeople.
Yeah, that's a great morning.
And then again, I mean, if you like punky stuff, you're just going to be in heaven on this stage, because we're on to the Meths.
Oh yeah.
So have you got the bio?
I have. While I get it up,
So I saw the Meths supporting Alice Cooper. At first I wasn't one of them where I was just like, well, I've got a beer, I'm sat here in the in my seat, kind of nodding along a little bit, and then once they got a couple of songs into the set, they really got the crowd going. They kind of grabbed everyone and didn't let go. So I've
got a bit of a bio. The Meths are a UK-based punk band formed in 2019, known for their energetic live performances and politically charged lyrics, featuring Lily Hopkins and Lewis Copsey.
Yeah.
There's just 2 of them.
Just 2 of them, yeah.
Oh, cool.
You like two-piece bands?
I do.
I always think it's not enough people, but
Yeah.
I always think you could do with a bass player, really.
Yeah.
I put straightforward punk, two-piece, reminiscent of Soft Play and Bob Vylan.
Yeah, brilliant.
Very good. Can't go wrong with these.
Who, because I'm a bit worried about missing Unpeople and into the Meths. Who are we looking at potentially clashing with again?
Yeah, well, this is where the clashes get a little bit shit for me, because Unpeople, I'll say it for the last time, Clash Finder isn't set in stone. It's someone's best guess cut, so it could be totally off, but it's our best guess for now. Unpeople look like they might clash with Gore, which would be shite, and nobody else really.
Okay.
Maybe Boston, bit of Boston Manor and North Lane. So yeah, not great clashes there.
It's in the other two, so probably
the Meths, Riding the Law. So yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
but I mean, you look at the Clash Finder and it's got everyone almost aligned.
Yeah, like perfectly.
You might as well stagger them a little bit. It'd be a bit daft not to, but then what do we know? But yeah, the Meths very good stuff. And Alice Cooper. That was a bizarre lineup of Alice Cooper, then Primal Scream, then Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
It was quite strange. Moving on, we have got Bad Nerves.
Bad Nerves.
So let me go back to my notes. And you've got...
It's the most prepared I think we've ever been.
It is, isn't it? I'm still fucking up.
Still, yeah.
The bastard child of a Ramones/Strokes one-night stand. Bad Nerves play ferociously fast and distorted pop songs. Their self-made debut put them in the hearts and minds of the cream of the alternative crop, from UK tastemakers such as Dan P. Carter to Alex Holcomb, to rock legends such as Green Day's Billie Joe Armstrong and Pearl Jam's Stone Gossard, drawing comparisons to Supergrass, the Ramones. They proactively seek to make the type of in-your-face opposite of sterile rock music that the genre was built on.
Cool. So I've put that they will fit really well after the Meths
Yeah.
again. So I think those stages of whoever's kind of orchestrated all that has done a belting job of pulling them together. Again, you don't really need to move if you're into that type of thing. So
No.
I've said, fit really well after the Meths, and they have a fantastic song called Baby Drummer, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I've put more punky indie. Quite similar in style to a lot that went before. Songwriting probably the best so far, with the exception of probably Unpeople. But yeah, I thought they had some really good sounds. Very, let's say, punk/indie.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have been a miss mid-2000s when they used to get a little bit of crossover with Enemy.
Yeah. And I do think there's really something for everyone across the lineup.
Probably more for some genres than others.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Once again, the old hard rock.
Yeah.
Taking a bit of a backseat again.
Yes. So we're on to Trophy Eyes.
Yes.
So Trophy Eyes leads a new wave in rock music, blending their punk and hardcore roots with modern rock and pop sensibilities. Hailing from Newcastle, Australia, the four-piece continue to edge their own path, selling out shows across the globe. Known for their brutally honest and emotional storytelling and lyricism, combined with one of the most energetic live shows you can find, Trophy Eyes is set to take over.
Bold words.
Very bold. But that being said, again, really enjoyed them.
Really enjoyed it.
Listened to a track called Chlorine, which I really enjoyed. I said it's almost drum and bass in parts. Reminded me of that type of pendulum. That is the tribute that's playing at the meeting place. Oh, that's Pretendulum. That's a really good play on words. That kind of drum and bass.
Yeah, but again, ranges from heavy indie to rock. Very catchy. I imagine they'll get the tent moving. Mm-hmm. For fans of Boston Manor, Trashboat, and Don Broco.
Yep.
So yeah, good.
Cool. Good mix.
It then takes, they were like you say, like the pendulum thing. It's almost like a bit of a segue musically through to the next band, which is a big band that are going to get a big crowd, I imagine, and that is Crossfaith.
Yeah, brilliant. I've again up there with all the bands that I've seen in the forums and stuff that people are really excited to see.
Yeah, I'll go for this one. Then Crossfaith is a Japanese metalcore band from Osaka that was formed in 2006. Currently consists of vocalist Kenta Koi, guitarist Kazuki Takamura, and Daiki Kodi, drummer Tatsuya Amano, and keyboardist Terufumi Tamano. They are characterized by performing a style of metalcore with dubstep and other forms of electronic music influences, and for their intense live performances. I've watched a few of their live
Have
videos
you?
as well, and they are,
They're good.
yeah, very good. Very,
Um,
very, like you say, in your face. And yeah, they're
yeah.
in Avalanche, that's going to go
Yeah,
off in
that'd
there,
be
I think.
brilliant. I said it really changes things up. Since synth heavy metal, they do a cover of Omen by the Prodigy, which is
Yeah,
fucking fantastic. And that kind of gives you a taste, I think, of what their own stuff's like because
yeah,
it's
it
heavily
does.
influenced by that. Lots of people excited for these. They do a song with Rao Reynolds from Ennett Shikari called Freedom, which is fucking brilliant. And I said those songs that you screw your face up to when you're watching. Do you know what I mean?
I know
Like
exactly what
you
you
just
mean.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I've
that
put
type of band.
quite a shift from the rest of the day. Heavy metal / metalcore meets drum and bass
Mm.
for fans of the Prodigy and other metalcore.
Yeah,
yeah, very good.
That stuff goes down very well at Download. That drum and bass synth mixed with metal. When they're playing that in the doghouse,
Yeah,
it just goes off, doesn't it? So,
yeah, and you get the likes of like Zoe London mixing
yeah,
the two
exactly.
together.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. And then it all goes fucking weird.
yeah, it does.
They had like a really like congruent day going on.
Mm.
Up to Trophy Eyes, and it switches with Crossfaith, and then just totally loses its way.
Yeah.
So we're on to Elliot Minor.
Elliot Minor. So I really like these. I saw them fucking years ago in our local venue, the Canteen in Barrow. And I thought it was quite funny. They're posting a lot of like old photos and video footage from their tour.
Yeah.
And they got some tour T-shirts printed, and they put Barrow in Furness, Scotland, and put it in their own country. They said, "Oh, we apologise to all those from Barrow."
Yeah, they spelled Donington wrong as well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So yeah, Elliot Minor returned for their first festival performance in over a decade, known for captivating audience with their unique blend of classically influenced rock. The band gained popularity with their debut single Parallel Worlds, which led to the success of their chart-topping self-titled debut album in 2008, and quickly cemented their place in what's become a timeless yet nostalgic era. Their follow-up, Solaris in 2009, showcased a darker, more mature sound, but retained their signature orchestral rock pop punk fusion, which is a pretty good description of their genre there, I'd say.
Yeah.
After hundreds of shows across the globe, fucking hell, it's either getting cold in here, that beer's getting strong over knackered. After hundreds of shows across the globe, as well as international TV appearances and radio and tours with the likes of Simple Plan and Fall Out Boy, Elliot Minor then went on hiatus in 2011, reuniting for a short string of special sold-out performances 2014. Now, over a decade later, Elliot Minor are returning to ignite the same flame with new music and a string of once-in-a-decade reunion shows imminent. Elliot Minor, Alex Davies, Edmonton, Dan Heatherton, Ed Heatherton, and Ali Paul. Yeah, you probably remember them from. They were featured a hell of a lot on Kerrang. They had some cool videos. All like absolutely stunning guys. Do you know what I mean? Like they've just been manufactured and brought together.
Yeah, they were. They were like. He had a bit of a look like Derek Whibley back in the day, didn't he?
Yeah.
Probably quite an underrated band. Some really catchy songs. Very rich musical sound. New song. Is quite rousing, like a much poppier Bullet. I've put. Getting a lot of flack on X actually.
I think.
Yeah. And this is I'm gonna put apparently on everything just so no one gets in trouble. But they're getting a little bit of flack because they put like a silent auction on apparently.
All right.
And you got to bid what you wanted, and the top bids supported them on the tour. So,
right, okay.
Which someone on the forum said I didn't have Elliot Minor pay to play support slots on me 2025 bingo because it seems a bit shit, really.
I mean, how many other tours are the same though? Do you know?
Oh yeah.
Just goes under the radar.
Oh, of course, but that's true. Very true.
But yeah, I did a bit of Googling because I wondered how they came about. and again, I don't know if this is true, but it seems fair. They supported McFly on their arena tour after winning a MySpace competition in 2006. It says, so they played some big gigs back then, and then now they're supporting McFly.
Yeah, we listened to a few of their tracks, and the new one's quite good. You couldn't stand the drum sound on it, could you?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was in my headphones or something. It was going piercing right through.
And then we were listening to one from 2014, which the violin nearly split my head in half.
Yeah,
it was absolutely like, painful.
But some very fucking catchy songs.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm not dissing them musically. The mixing was just really bad on it.
Parallel Worlds and Jessica. You'll definitely recognise them. And Alex Davies is the lead singer, I guess. Is an incredible musician. Plays probably every instrument you could think of, and there's a lot of composing and stuff for TV and whatever. So yeah, I really hope I can catch them. But again, I think there's going to be a mega clash in there.
It's. I think I
really enjoyed them.
Almost maybe a little bit of a strange booking for me. I think a big reunion for them and their fans would probably have done better in a tent at Slam Dunk.
Yeah,
I think they would have probably got a bigger reception.
They're doing their own tour.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Which is selling really well. I was watching an interview with them. Oh, actually, who was it? With the Sappening Pod. They did an interview with them, and he was saying we just didn't even know where to pitch it. Are we Academy 3? Are we Academy 1? Are we Apollo? They had no idea where to even start. And they said a lot of them, it's such a long time since they've played together. They've all got families, they've all got kids. And he said something like, our families haven't even seen that side of us, of being in a band, which would be so strange, wouldn't it?
No, you forget how long time that is. They probably don't look like the poster boys they did.
Yeah. Story of our life.
Yeah, that's it. Not to any of us,
the club.
Of course. Yeah. I mean,
cool.
It's like a fine wine, mate.
Yeah,
And then on to our headliners, which, of course, we have already covered in depth in the logo slot ones. And it's a good job we did, because I don't know if you can see on the camera, Download hasn't even given them a fucking bio.
Have they not?
No, it's empty. Just says McFly, timings Friday.
Too big for it. They didn't need one.
That's it. Well, that's it. But it's either the biographer guy just went, fucking not doing McFly, or goes, well, if you don't know who McFly are, geez.
Yeah.
But we have covered them in quite a lot of depth. It's going to be rammed. It's going to be, you're probably a good one too from Elliot Minor as well.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Similar sort, and if they've supported them before, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And based on, depending on clashes, we'll try and get to a lot of these, but I imagine I'm not going to move a muscle in that back third of that main stage. Probably from Rise Against onwards.
Yeah, if there's a significant gap between Green Day and Weezer,
probably just end up going for a beer and a piss. But
queue up for a piss. I mean, speaking of going for a piss, I mean, we did the episode last week with Rosie and Kate, and we created a bit of a reel, didn't we, on our reaction to the toilet situation.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely blown up everywhere. It's like insane, and I think it's quite telling. It means people were absolutely agreeing with our views on it. And we've had some guys get in touch, talk about the female portaloos and stuff, haven't they? And kicked off some of those conversations. So I was quite taken back by it, really.
Yeah, I think it shows that Kate and Rosie hit the nail on the head quite a bit.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've been I've never been to a festival without, well, actually Bloodstock, but other than Bloodstock, I've not been to a festival without having at least one or two girls in the group.
Yeah.
And we've always had that problem at Download more than anywhere.
Yeah.
Where if it's time for a piss, we don't see the girls for a good whack of time. Well, we can go and get a beer, go and grab some food, go for a sit down, and then you reconvene. It was before Fall Out Boy last year, I ended up watching the first 20 minutes of Fall Out Boy next to a burger stand because Kate was, and I could still see her just hardly moving in the queue.
Yeah.
Needs sorting.
There's lots of people agreeing, because you said, people would stop drinking towards the end or worried about drinking too much just in case they need. There's so many people saying the same.
But there's a lot of people saying they weren't even drinking water.
Yeah.
And then that becomes dangerous.
Bad. Yeah. Okay.
And that's just a horrible situation to be in. I mean, like it or not, blokes have that option that if I'm going to piss myself, I'm going to piss on a fence.
Yeah.
And people absolutely go mad at you.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Some of the, fucking, I'll get. But if you, I'm going to piss my pants.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a luxury to have a piss, and it should. And people replied saying, because we did say at first, the RIP thing, but you paid 350 quid to be at that festival. Yeah, exactly. You should be have some. There should be somewhere there for you to have a piss at. I would drop half a lineup of bands to have a decent piss.
Yeah, you're right.
So I hope that if anyone ever hears this from Download, that they react. And thanks to everyone who commented. There was the comment on female urinals as well, accepting that these aren't for everyone.
Yeah.
Some people are unable to use them. Some people don't want to use them. People don't feel comfortable using them.
Yeah, it's fair,
all of that's fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're there and some people do want to use them reduces the queues for them. We're not saying get rid of the Portaloos in favour of them, have them as well.
Yeah.
And it's only going to make the queuing better. I think last year, the problem with them is I don't think anyone knew where they were.
No.
Because they were right over, apparently, by Opus on the second stage, right in that far corner. You know where that
we're all like the stands.
They have like the other kind of clothing stands, and they have that.
Oh, is that where they were?
Yeah.
All right.
They have that cake shop there, don't they? And I remember going and watching a load of like properly gothed up people.
Oh yeah,
like corpse paint and everything, having afternoon tea, and it just absolutely tickled me.
That's why I love it so much.
I mean, God love you all for I have nothing but respect for and love for people all gothed up and everything, but it was just such a juxtaposition. It just really cracked me up, and in the same way as the goths on Dodgems at Bloodstock did. It is the funniest thing you'll ever see.
Yeah,
people making no facial expressions whatsoever in corpse paint, heavy, long black hair, gauntlets and everything, and just not reacting and being absolutely smashed in a Dodgem by some kid. It's brilliant. I love it, and I can't wait to get back.
Yeah, I'm getting too giddy for it now, and this podcast isn't helping.
No,
but it is flying round.
It is. I was just going to have a look at that because we're in March, 17th of March. Jeez, so it's less than 3 months. Is that right?
Yeah, just on the website it tells you.
That's what
it is, isn't it?
So we are. Oh, this is where it don't work on your phone version. You have to go into the.
Oh, silence.
87 days.
13
days. Hours and 21 minutes.
Brilliant.
As we record this. And yeah, it's getting close.
Cool.
We are very excited. Hope you are too.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some more revision this week as we go on to, we're having a bit of a break next week because I'm away.
You are, I'm not.
I'm not. You're still grafting.
So next week, all being well with everyone, I'm going to be interviewing the fantastic Ree Chandler finally, because we've said in the past Ree was the first person I wanted to interview on this podcast, and she got asked to hang fire by the Access team, which is absolutely fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a chat about what it's like to attend Download as a person with disabilities and access needs. And yeah, we've said it before, I think those are some of the most hardcore Download and rock fans going. So I think it'll be a really interesting. I'm really looking forward to interviewing her and talking to her.
I'm gutted I'm away for it. I really can't wait to listen to see.
Yeah, it's another. There's so many different parts of Download Festival, and those are a big part of it.
Yeah.
We've seen, the Access users. We go past them every day as we go in through, because we're in RIP now, so go past them all the time. So yeah, it'd be nice to get a chat and get a feel about what it's like. So So,
Good
should we end it there? It's going to be a bit of a long one this week
It
with...
is, yeah.
There's
So
a
many
lot of bands to
bands.
cover, aren't there?
I know. Again, we have to start swatting up on
Yeah.
the next
We're
days.
back on main stage, are we? So hopefully
are.
it'll be a little easier. But so yeah, we'll have the the Disabled Camp and Access Group interview next week, and then we shall be back on the main stage for Saturday.
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
Great stuff.
Very excited, and thanks again for listening, everybody.
Yeah, take it easy.
This is the Lowdown Podcast. This is the Lowdown Podcast.
Hi, and welcome to episode 22 of the Lowdown Podcast.